EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Seattle Seahawks. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone, and ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. First and 10. Pickett. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored.
And now the rookie's free. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Pat Fryermuth. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Esker's going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. This defense for the Steelers, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Locke. He'll get this out wide to Penny. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. This is Carson, down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
3rd and 2, Locke's going to throw. And this will go to Carson out wide. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 21.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Block now on first down. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Well, Brandon, obviously no panic in them. They gave up the touchdown. You know, their defensive side did that. But he's already taken them back downfield. I love this field general that they've got. It's almost like he went to the defensive captain and said, don't worry about it. We've got you. Now they got first and goal.
Yeah, we're seeing punch, counter punch, and this could be setting the table for quite the game.
I like that. Let's go ahead and put it in the boxing ring, right? You're going to get hit sometimes. Can you respond and hit back? And they're trying to do exactly that.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Myers connects on the PAT. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
Is, and if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes, because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
Now a throw here, hauled in, and he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. Off-play action. Pickett. Open man completes it to Claypool. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Jay Sternberger, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Esker's going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On first down, Locke. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. To throw on second down. Pickett. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
So this, Charles, on paper at least, not the most even of matchups. Polar opposite, really. I mean, on one sideline, you got the hottest team in the league, still unbeaten, and on the other side, a winless squad.
And that's why I owe you, and I owe you big, because you did email me this week to remember any given Sunday. That was a phrase you typed to me, and that's what we have to remember in this ball game. It resounds when you think about it. Unbeaten versus winless, any given Sunday, anything can happen in this league.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw it is Locke. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Locke working out of the gun. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And he finds Penny. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On play action, Locke. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
He finds Corey Davis. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Handoff comes to Cook. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now a throw here to his running back. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll make it a 2nd down. Back to throw. Pickett setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Nate Hobbs.
Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like. A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Throwing on first down is Locke. This complete to Lockett. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike, coming to you. 55, Mike, 55. Right there. Check, 55. Check, 55.
To throw again on second down. Locke. Eluding the pressure right. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
And 2020 was a strong draft for receivers, and the Steelers got an excellent one in the second round, and Chase Claypool out of Notre Dame. 11 total touchdowns last year. Among rookies, only Jonathan Taylor of the Colts had more. A strong catch there.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. On first down, Pickett. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Off the play fake, Pickett. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Again, he'll drop to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. He's got a man, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Locke. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Got that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson, and he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Now Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. On 3rd down, Pickett. He's going to air one out. And got his man complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Esker's going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that 1st touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 56 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now they try the right side here. Room to run again. And some room to maneuver. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Myers connects on the PAT, and that will tie our game here in the third. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On second down, it's Cook again. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And that's why Dalvin Cook is the Minnesota Vikings featured back. You put the ball in his hands, good things happen. Second in the NFL last year in rushing with 1,557 yards. And that's now back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons with 30 combined total touchdowns. What a player is Dalvin Cook.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage. And
they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Dancing to his left. He'll dump this off to Cook. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's what really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down. Pickett. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. Touchdown. Pat Freiermuth with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Steelers answer back with a touchdown of their own to break a tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point put through by Boswell. And they will take a 7-point lead. Here's Moore. He will return it. Esker's going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Yannick Ngakoue able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Another example right there of why quarterbacks get nervous when Yannick Ngakoue is getting ready to rush them. 37.5 sacks in 4 seasons in Jacksonville. But last year, he split time between Minnesota and Baltimore and put together 8 sacks. Then he signed with the Raiders back in March.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Block now on 1st down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf, his second touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks are from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards. An effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
On second down, it's Cook, and he's taken down inside the 30. 74 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
On 1st and 10, Pickett going for it all. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch.
So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter-punch all throughout, and that touchdown breaks our tie here in the 4th quarter.
You're making me want to get back in the gym and start training again to get all those punches and counter-punches. I also think this is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, who's going to make the play to change that, right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that they're in right now and make a play and give their team a firm advantage?
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. They find some open field here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be a second down. The kicker here It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Buying time to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead now up to 13. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Locke. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 7 yards, the pickup there. Now Locke. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Man, it took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Passing lanes, tough to come by with so many defensive backs on the field here late in the game. And it's not just the number of bodies, it's their quickness and their agility that makes it tough to complete a pass.
Locke. And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now Locke, gotta have this one. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Locke to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 33, and he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. The Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Steelers, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Seattle, the downward spiral continues as they drop to 0-6 now. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.